This PSA was brought to you by the Peter G Show.
You may have second thoughts after the show.
Don't drink the faucet.
We're really talented. We should get Oscars.
Just pick out a car, for Christ's sake.
No, my name is Peter. Yeah, I want. Here's good.
Yeah.
Adam Perry.
I need to get back in the genie bottle.
Louis from Pennsylvania, you're on.
He likes it.
It's showtime.
Peter G Show, Peter G Show, divorced dad, single dad, divorced dad, single dad, Peter G Show.
Yeah. Didn't think I was going to make it, did you? Quite frankly, neither did I. Delays, technology, weather, God, man, combination. I debated once we got the green light and everything was okay. I debated whether I said, should we start at the top of the hour? And I said, no, I don't want to wait. I just want to get on the air. I was itching. How the hell is everybody? I apologize. Some weird things going on today. I don't know about you guys, but for those of you who are viewing or maybe viewing in the future from Facebook, Facebook was really sketchy today, which, I mean, it happens, but I saw everybody complaining. I could not get anything done that had to do with Facebook, and Facebook is really big for me here, for you, for me, us together. And it was messing with me big time. It was messing with everybody. And then finally I saw other people complaining, hey, is Facebook weirding out? Well, that's how my day started. But again, could be a lot worse. But then as we got going, everything was great. I just kept moving forward and then started having some internal issues with the broadband. Started getting notifications from the broadband provider. And that was like 3-4 hours ago. And then he said, should be all good by 6 p.m. Pacific, which just happens to be about the starting time of this show. In fact, it doesn't just happen to be about the starting time. It is the starting time for this show. And at that point, I'm a goner. I'm at their mercy. But they did get it up and going. And here I am, but it's 40. Well, actually, it took 50 minutes. It's about 33 minutes later than I expected, and I apologize. By the time we booted up, I couldn't do anything because I couldn't see anything because I had no broadband connection. But anyway, who cares? It's the holidays, right? How the hell is everybody? I really started thinking a lot about what's going on right now, with the holidays and the economy and news and all that stuff. I do want commenters tonight, too. If I didn't lose everybody by the people figuring, hey, where the hell is Peter? I do want people to comment. Tonight, I really want to take some phone calls. But again, everything got thrown sideways. But we'll see how it goes. The holidays. This has always been a big issue on my mind. If you go back to all the years now, this year number 7 or number 8? One or the other. Who's counting? But every time we get around the holidays, that's super important to me. Super important to me because it's like the most devastating time for people who are having problems getting through life. Whether it's, it's all personal. But I mean, whether it's family related, job related, life related, which is all the above. It hurts. It's hard. Getting through the holidays. Next week, we will be titled Getting Through the Holidays. Tonight is stories. I'm hoping that somebody is going to have enough gumption to call in and just share whether it was a past, man, I had it really hard, but I got through it, or a present, man, I had it really hard, but I'm trying to get through it. And, I'm trying to keep looking up because believe me, you can't I didn't turn my phone off. I'm rattled. You can't ever predict how it's going to go. You know, life is life. It's hard. And I want to hear those stories because a lot of people are really down in the dumps. I see it every day while I watch Facebook. I'm telling you, I was going to start collecting, but I don't want to bring it up. I want you to bring it up. I want somebody to share their story because you'd be doing a service. You'll be sharing a story and possibly, and not even possibly, I know that you'll be affecting somebody who's listening to your story because they can relate. It's not just you, and you're not alone. And it's just even harder during the holidays. It's even harder. But what can I say? I hope you'll call in. I hope somebody will call in. Don't forget, I want to see you commenting if anybody's still around. I know I threw a loop. You know, a lot of people's like, where the hell is Peter? Because what do I say? Welcome to Life with Peter G, the Peter G Show. Every Wednesday like clockwork. Here's the catch. God willing, 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, and 9 p.m. on the East Coast. Well, tonight we're 40 minutes behind. But that's okay because, like the postman, rain, sleet, snow, I'm going to deliver. All right? God willing. How long ago was it? We couldn't even get on. We had blackouts here. Loss of power because of high winds. Get a lot of high winds. It's fire season here in Southern California. And look, Malibu has fires. We just had one not too far from where I'm at right now. And everything gets wacky. But I am grateful. Hoping that I'm going to get some commenters. I'm hoping I'm going to get a phone call or two. I don't need many. But just a few stories. I hope you'll share. Somebody will share. Getting all kinds of just everything got wacky, and I just, the last time I was in panic, and I'm going to take a deep breath. We're just going to let it ride. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. It's all good. All right, look at that. Here's the first one, Dan. He's on Facebook. It's like, I'm here, brother. All right, right on, bro. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for not going to bed yet. Love you. Stuff happens, man. Stuff happens. And there's nothing much you can do, It is what it is. So I just said I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm not going to go in panic. If it comes up, and it did, we're going to get everything booted up. I wasn't even set up to go. It was just that crazy because it was like 4 hours ago when I lost connection. And I just said, we're going to put it together and we'll get going. And I told myself, if I can't get on past an hour past the show when it was supposed to start, I might call it a day. But lo and behold, it all came together, and here we are. So thank you. For those of you who are watching, thank you. Life's a bitch, but that's the way it goes. Every time I get comfortable and thinking that everything's smooth sailing, you have to get that kick in the ass to just kind of remind you that don't get too comfortable, right? All right, I want to remind everybody, please, I do need you to subscribe. My YouTube, there's still, you know what? Even Facebook notified me today. I'm always complaining that I'm being censored, I'm being shadow banned. I thought Facebook was a lot more forgiving, but they flat out told me today, I saw it on a notification, they said, we are, how'd they put it? In a nice kind of way, they said, now that you've calmed down and you've gotten off of current events, because I'm talking about family and Christmas stuff now, they said, we're going to expand your viewing, which was so kind of them. So I didn't think that they were giving me too much of a shadow ban, but they're doing it too. Still. Even though Zuckerberg went and kissed the ring for the orange man, they're still doing it. And I am being throttled back, even on Facebook. But please go to YouTube. Subscribe. It's free. I need to get going there. I'm hoping next year they start changing their attitudes and letting more free speech come into play and not censor things like mine and everybody else's who try to speak our opinionated truth. But please go there and subscribe. It's free. Just hit the subscribe button. It's that simple. All right. I want to see more people commenting because I know that I threw everybody for a loop. I know that you're not anxiously awaiting, but some people are. Believe it or not, some people are. Also, I appreciate the ones who watch live. Don't forget, though, it's on demand. There's over 400 shows. You can watch anytime you want. Just go to Facebook, the official Peter G Show, and pull up whatever you want. Go to YouTube especially. All the shows are in chronological order, including some of the short clips and things like that. It's easy. LinkedIn, same thing. We're on Instagram, all the shorts. TikTok, all the shorts. BitChute, full shows. Rumble, full shows. Odyssey, full show, all kinds of platforms. I'm all over the place. But make yourself known. I want to know that you're watching. You can pull up a show anytime you want. But for those who are traveling, they're busy, you're in the car, you're exercising, you can't seem to, take the time. I know it takes a lot of dedication. Put an earbud in your ear, Google Peter G Show podcast, listen to the audio version of the Peter G Show. Many do. It's working. A lot of people love the audio version. I try to keep the show audio friendly. I know I use a lot of videos and I'm a visual kind of guy. I've admitted that a lot of times. I like to see stuff and I try to bring stuff for you to see, but it translates fairly well on the audio podcast version, but just go. I'm on all the hits, your Spotify, your YouTube, what do they call it? iTunes podcasts, you name it. We're there. We're on the top 25 of them, whatever it is. Just go and listen. I appreciate it. Okay. All right. I don't have a whole lot of stuff today. I really, really, really hope somebody's going to call in. I do. I mean, I'll talk about this stuff, but I don't have any content. A lot of stuff. I said I'm just going to sit here and let somebody call. But first, here's what we're going to do. I want to hear from my good friends over at Clean Start Products with their money-saving fuel additive DX1 driver. It makes sense to save money. Gas is expensive, cars are expensive, all the above. But hear what they have to say. They have a product that works, and I'll be right back in a minute.
Let us help you with the high price of fuel. Hello, I'm Ty Thompson at CleanStarProducts.com. We can optimize your engine, saving you money and gas. Here's how. Our program works the same with gasoline and diesel engines. Whether you're using a car pack or SUV pack, the instructions are the same. Add 1 bottle to your engine oil, and each time you change your oil, add 1 bottle to the fuel tank each and every fuel fill-up. It's that easy. You get 10% fuel economy on average, lower emissions, and increased horsepower. DX1 sells for $2 an ounce, so for just a few dollars a fuel tank, you can optimize your engine, saving you money and gas. Come on, give it a try. It's the finest green grade oil in the world from a California environmental company. You're going to feel it when you drive. Order online today. We'll get it out right away. CleanStarProducts.com/shop.
That's right. Clean Start Products. All I can tell you is in 2 words. It works. I use it myself. I wouldn't have believed it unless I did, but it works, and they're proud of their product. There's a little bitty bottle right here, a little bitty bottle. If you have a regular sized car, you pour this little bottle into a clean oil change. It lasts the whole oil change, and then every time you fuel up your car, full tank, you put one of these little bottles in your tank. I noticed the difference within about 3 to 4 tankfuls. I could see the difference, feel the difference in my big Ford Super Crew truck, that it was moving a lot easier and I didn't have to step on the gas as much. And it's a high mileage vehicle. I'll keep that thing until it runs into the ground. It's been great for me. And they don't make them like they used to. And they cost a fortune. But this is it. Clean body, good body, same thing for your car. But don't believe me. Go to www.cleanstarproducts.com. There's a phone number on the website on the bottom. Call them. Call them. Ask whatever questions you want to ask. You'll probably or might even get Ty Thompson himself. He'll be more than happy to answer any questions you have. And I'm telling you, the reason I'm telling you to call is because when you call and they answer your question, should you decide to order, you tell them that you saw it on the Peter G Show. Tell them, hey, I saw it on the Peter G Show and I want to order. And they'll go, you're in luck. Holiday special. Order now. You'll get 5 bottles for the price of 4. Come on, huh? 5 bottles for the price of 4. If you call them, tell them you saw it on the Peter G Show, and a deal's a deal. Let's face it, folks. Everything's expensive. Hold on to your cars. Take good care of your car. Save yourself a whole lot of money. Try this product. It works. Okay? What's next? God, everything went to hell today, I swear. But that's okay. That's okay. I didn't have a whole lot today. I will tell you a couple of things before we get I'm going to open up the phone line, so don't go nowhere. Somebody needs to call and tell about what's going on in their lives. Just share with everybody. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. Nothing. It's life. Everybody. I got, God bless, I watching people. I've seen so many stories daily on Facebook. People are wanting to be heard. They just put it out there. So it's like, okay, come and share it. Let's put it out a little further to say, hey, you're not alone. A couple little things. Has anybody bought stamps lately? Hang on a minute. Happy holidays. Oh. Ooh. Smooth. Don't let it match. Has anybody bought stamps lately? Anybody mailing any Christmas cards or anything like that? Yes? No? Come on, commenters. I want to see some comments. You can only comment if you're on the official Facebook Peter G Show page, and if you're on the official YouTube Peter G Show page, and or the LinkedIn official Peter G Show page. If you're on my other two Facebook pages, I can't see your comments. Now, Lonnie, what was Lonnie? I know I saw him in there, right? This is Exhibit A. He was on the official Peter G Show page because here's his comment right there. Well, I know there's a whole lot of other people on there because I can tell. But anyway, I want to see your comments. What's going on? How you doing? Where are you watching from? Like what state, city? That'd be cool. I haven't asked that in a while. Anyway, back to it. I went and bought stamps over the Thanksgiving weekend, right? I mail out a few Christmas cards. Well, actually more than a few. A lot. More than most people. How's that? And it's gone down. I've reduced it quite a few. When I was doing music business stuff, 500 cards. It's a lot. Now it's considerably less, but still a lot. So I went to go buy stamps. And I don't even know how much stamps were. I know that they were about, 51, 52 cents a piece. And I heard rumor that they were going up, but I didn't know how much. And I went to buy stamps. And I said, I need, stamps, Christmas stamps. What you got? She said, well, we got these, and these. And I went with the old school Mother Mary and, that whole thing. For those of you who know, you know. And what I thought was going to be, I got 120 stamps because I already had some. I still had a few leftovers from last year, Christmas stamps. But I got 120 stamps. And I need every bit of them. And it was $95. I said, whoa. I go, how much are stamps? She goes, well, they just went up. And I said, to what? And she said, 73 cents a piece. And I was like, 73 cents from 52 to 73 for sorry to use harsh language. Hang on. Oh, it's going to be one of those nights. 73 cents a stamp. And I had to get a few international stamps too, because I have a few people that I'm still very close with that live overseas or a different country and or the both. And she says, yeah, those were $1. Those used to be last year were $1 a piece, and they went up to $1.45 for stamps. Now I can do the cheese way and email everybody a Christmas card. These people that are in my address circle, but I don't want to do that. I like tangible stuff. I'm one of those guys. I still use like one of those big calendars, a blotter calendar that goes on your desk. I love that. I love writing in to the square that's about, 3 or 4 by 4. I like that. I like seeing everything in front of me. I know I can do it on my phone. I can open up my calendar on my phone, and it kills me because every once in a while people go and send me your calendar because they use like a Google Calendar or whatever. I don't do that still. I still haven't conformed. My life is not that busy to where I got to schedule everything on my phone. I have a nice big blotter calendar, and I like it because after the year is over, I put that calendar away and it tells me, everything I need to know visibly. And I'm just wired that way. But so I have people, and I'm putting out Christmas cards, and it was like, I thought I was going to spend about $55, $50, and it was $95 because they went up from 52 cents or whatever, 51 or 52 cents to 73 cents a stamp. It's like, damn. The post office is still going broke. No matter what you do, they're going broke. They're going broke. They can't make it work. I don't understand what the hell's going on. I mean, everything, Bidenomics. How's that working for us? I know I'm going to get hell from a couple of people who believe it's working great. But I digress. But anyway, so I'm just wondering if anybody bought stamps and like had a heart attack when they, when they went up from, because that's a lot. You don't feel it if you're only buying 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, but go buy, a bunch. And it's hard shoving out a friggin', a George Washington for stamps. Sucks. Anyway, just wondering. Also today, here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'll do. I am going to put up the phone number. Where are we? I told myself, Peter, just friggin' relax. It doesn't matter how the day goes, how the afternoon goes, how the evening goes. Let's just let it flow. There's the number, 818-259-7983. I didn't even get to test the phones. Should work. I say that a lot, though. 818-259-7983. If you have a story you want to tell, something about your upbringing, something about your family, the holidays, if you're struggling, you're having a hard time. You're not, I'm telling you, man, just nobody can see you. I don't even care if you use your right name. Okay? Just tell your story in order to help those. After this show is over, believe me, this show lives on, and a lot more people watch and listen to this show after it's over than live. Sadly. But I get it. And that's okay. That's okay. Share your story. I want to hear what you have to say. You're down in the dumps. You lost a parent. Believe me, I'm an orphan. You just learn to live with things like that. A child. I don't even want to go there, but I will go there because if it helps other people who are going through that, I'm in. Talk about it. You couldn't ask for anything worse than that, I think. Your health is bad. You're just getting by financially. You just don't need to know where your next, what's going on next week with you. Believe me, the only reason I'm saying this is because I see it every single day on Facebook with people that are on my circle, in my circle, on my Facebook. I see it every single day. 818-259-7983. Here we go. Let's see if I can make this work. Hi, you're on with Life of Peter G. Who's this? Uh-oh. Hello. Who's this? Stay with me. Did I hang up on them? Oh, I think I hung up on them. Did I? Oh, man. Hey, if I hung up on you, will you please call again? I think I hung up. I'm telling you. I couldn't get it again. So somebody calls. There we go. Let's try this again. Hi, on with Life of Peter G. Who's this?
Hey, Peter, it's Tanya.
Hi, Tanya.
I got one for Christmas Day.
Wait. Where
It's
are you calling from, Tanya?
Pensacola.
Oh, Tanya. All right. What made you call tonight?
Well, I just finally been able to get online because of everything being down. But I seen you talking, and I got something sad plus happy.
Okay.
And it all happened on Christmas Day. My son was actually 2 weeks old Christmas Day. He turned blue and died.
Your son?
Yes, my baby son, my youngest son.
Okay.
And we were able to rush him to the hospital, and a nurse friend of mine that I've worked with for a long time, he seen me coming, and he looked at him, and he yanked him away from me. They had to resuscitate him 2 times, but he lived. He came back and he lived, and he's just celebrated his 27th birthday.
I guess there's a reason for all that.
Oh yes. He was I kind of felt like his birth was taken for granted by someone else, and that day it was planned to prove different, and I was blessed that he was given back to me.
You're very lucky, because I mean, I think there's probably nothing sadder than like a stillborn baby or something like that. I mean, maybe things happen for a reason, but so how old is he now?
He is 27.
27. Okay. So that's the good thing or the bad thing you wanted to tell me?
Well, the bad thing, he died on Christmas Day, but within, they was able to resuscitate him and bring him back.
Okay. Because I thought you were getting ready to tell me he died again on Christmas Day. I'm going, oh, don't give me that.
No, he died, and they was able to resuscitate. They had to resuscitate him twice with the shocker, but he just celebrated his 27th birthday. And
everything is good. He's all healthy and everything.
He's healthy.
You're lucky.
But I just, I thought that would kind of give others hope that, there's a lot of things going on out there, and just be thankful for the people around you and with you. Don't worry about what's under that tree or how much you spend or how much you decorate.
Right.
It's all about God and being thankful for what you have and who you have.
We forget about the little things, and I have a little bit of experience with your area and of town, of or area of the state. And I see, and it's like, screw it. If you're having a hard time, it's like, the holidays just makes things, more amplified and more heavy on you. It's Christmas. It's like, but the key and the goal is to keep moving forward because you're here. It's like, it doesn't matter. You're right. The presents don't matter. It doesn't matter. It's like, if you're alive, I just lost again, every week I get the email about somebody, passing away way too soon. And it's just like, if you're here, count your blessings, move forward.
That's right. And, be happy with what you have. And, don't try to, it's always goes back to that saying, don't keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah. And I know the Joneses. We're good friends. But
people just during the holidays, there's a lot of people wanting to be extravagant and everything. And with everything that I've went through over life, I'm just happy for the ones that I have still in my life.
Absolutely. Let me ask you a few questions, okay?
All right.
what made you call in tonight? I mean, do you watch regularly, or you just happen to you do? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I watch regularly, except I didn't watch last week because I wasn't feeling well, and I ended up in the hospital with a heart attack Thursday.
All right, then I guess you should count your blessings, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, that's understandable. I guess you're excused if you had to go to the hospital. It's like, but you still could have put an earbud in your ear while you were laying there.
I got a doctor's note for you.
All right, cool. But wow, yeah. Life has a lot of twists and turns, and not everybody. I mean, I don't think. How do I phrase this? Life isn't fair at times. Just life isn't fair. And things happen to people, and there's nothing you can say and or do. Well, some people are self-induced. There's no doubt about that. But there's a lot of things that happen that just like no rhyme or reason. And what are you going to do? And you could either let it destroy you or let it, be the light that keeps you shining to move forward. I don't know.
That's right.
All right. I appreciate that. I don't know. So you're telling me that it was Christmas when all this happened, when you had your son.
Christmas, he was 2 weeks old Christmas Day, and he started turning blue from that RSV, and he actually died, and we rushed him to the hospital.
All right. Well, again, count your blessings. I mean, I guess it's obviously, I can't even imagine the trauma in you when this is going down. I mean, I can't. I mean, I could say I can imagine, but I can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was so frantic and scared that I ignored the fact that I had staples all the way up my gut from my C-section.
Right.
That was the furthest thing from my mind.
I get it. Yeah, you don't even think of that. I know that's, many years ago, but still, that's anyway. Wow. All right, cool. Anything else on your mind, baby?
No, I love you.
Oh, I love you too. Thank you for being part of this show.
All right, thank you. Good night.
Merry Christmas if I don't talk to you again, okay?
All right, Merry Christmas to you too.
All right, bye. All right, that's one. Let's see what we got going on here. How you on with Life of Peter G? Who's this?
This is a ray of sunshine.
I don't get too many rays of sunshine. You sound familiar.
That would be Pastor Ray in Baltimore.
All right, hold on. Let me do this. Ladies and gentlemen, he was on last week. He lit up my show. Ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't catch last week's show, I have on this phone right now Pastor Ray Pullett from Baltimore, Baltimore's own homeless whisperer, servant of God for the homeless. What do I owe this honor? In the shortly after you came onto this show last week.
Well, we always talk about the downtrodden, and Christmas is my favorite time of the year, but it's also the hardest time of the year.
It is. We talked about that last week, but I can always talk about that because that's what it's all about.
Yeah, well, Christmas night we'll be going out, and we'll be going back to tent communities. 10 we're going to see 10 individuals that live in tents, and we'll go out between 6 and 9 o'clock at night. We'll have a hot meal for each one of them, a tote that's filled with individually wrapped gifts like lanterns and long underwear and things. But the biggest thing that they get, and this will be my 16th year of doing it, is we all hug them.
Oh.
And these men and women just break. They are so desperate to be loved because, they've been called every name in the book every day. No good, lazy, rotten bums, and that's being kind.
Yeah.
And they have things thrown at them, and that hug makes all the difference in the world. I saw a guy last Saturday that was still talking to me about last Christmas.
Oh no, I can't. I just got through telling the woman before. I can't imagine, but it's for somebody to care.
That's it. And there's a lot of hurting people, and I think there's a lot more people than we know because people don't want to talk about it.
No doubt. There's a lot, and they bundle it up all inside them, and they just carry it. And I would just wish more people would open up a little bit, because it makes a world of difference, because you can't carry all that weight. I mean, it's sad, but it is what it is.
Yeah. And like in my world, it's mostly with the homeless, but there's a lot of people in nursing homes and just elderly people that think that they're at the end of their days and nobody goes to visit.
Yeah.
If somebody has it in their heart, maybe they could just go to a nursing home and say, hey, is there anybody that we could visit to cheer up a little bit?
I'm sure there's people that think about doing it, but just don't. And I got to tell you, because again, I'm a little bit proficient with the nursing home deal, but it takes special people to work in a nursing home to care for the elderly. And they don't really get as many people that work there. It's only a chosen few that are there, that are the special ones that really understand and care. A lot of people are just there doing their job, kinda, because they got to do their job. But rotting away, sitting in a corner, being wheeled out in a wheelchair into the hallway and shoved back into your bed because you're decrepit, but you're still there in your own mind. I don't know what's sadder.
Yeah, it's very difficult, but everybody that's watching your show has the capacity to do something about it.
I know. But again, the rat race. Everybody's running the rat race, and a lot of people are treading water. I don't know about everybody. I guess everybody could do something, even no matter what the capacity. But I don't know. Yeah, I guess. It's just I just feel that there's so many people treading water, Pastor Ray, to just stay up, that they're exhausted.
I think it's worse for folks in California. I think you're treading much deeper water than the rest of the country.
No, I don't know. Well,
your cost of living and your taxes and just the whole political thing is so crazy. I mean, in the Baltimore area, it's reasonable. I mean, there's some people hurting, but it's nothing like California.
No, I get that, but I mean, I have a lot of friends in the Gulf Coast, and I monitor a lot, and just people I don't even know, because I have a high volume of people that are on my Facebook pages from that area, and I don't, I'm very glad, but I don't know everybody that's on my pages, and because there's thousands. But I saw just the other day some woman, and she was posting. She says, "I don't know. I should have taken a screenshot." And I said, "No, I'm not going to talk about it." But the bottom line was, she was basically saying, "I don't know how much more of this I can take." In other words, life. And it's just so sad to hear that. And it wasn't California. It's like, What is going on?
Well, sad people everywhere, but I just wanted to tell you about what we do for the homeless. If they're going to be that hug, and they don't have to be homeless. You can just go up and say something positive to somebody. That doesn't take any energy. And to, I don't like necessarily happy holidays, because it's kind of sterile and it's more like a program. But hey, listen, I hope you have a blessed day. That has a lot of connotations. You don't have to be religious for that to mean something.
I think a lot of people are scared, because look what happened to the poor guy Daniel Penny. He's in the subway. Oh
yeah.
Okay, and somebody crazy. You don't know if they're crazy or in just down on their luck. I mean, you evaluate everything by what your eyes see, and I think that's the biggest problem. We have a preconceived notion in our head that, like, okay, they're run down and they look like hell, and they're probably nuts or crazy, and I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, well, we do have sort of a hands-off society. I remember I told you last week about one of our guys that used to be a drug dealer to the people that we serve.
Right.
He was in the subway and they were doing an armed robbery, and he went up behind him, put him in a chokehold, and when he let up the pressure, the guy took off. They never did get him, but he was a local hero. Thank God he didn't have to go through what Mr. Penny did.
Exactly.
Oh, can you still say Mr.?
Yeah, sure. I think you can. On my show, you can. Well, no, I get it. It's just again, I don't know, man. Like, again, everybody's life is not a bowl of cherries, and it's just hard. I think people go like, my plate is full. I'm just doing all I can to keep my own head above water, let alone help anybody else. But there's all these different levels of what you think is, I have problems, and there's a lot of them going on right now.
Well, I'm just going to say this from personal experience, Peter.
Yeah.
When you are the most plagued with personal issues, or the weight of the world seems to be on your shoulders, the easiest way to get outside of yourself and to get away from that is to serve somebody else. You will find if you can serve in any capacity, be a blessing to somebody else, your focus changes off of you, and it becomes a little easier to handle things.
Yeah.
I've seen that over the years so many times.
But see, I mean, and I know these people, like, during Thanksgiving, okay, they'll volunteer for that one day at Thanksgiving to serve the homeless or something like that. But I just think it's much deeper than that. It's like, what about the other 364 days?
Well, that's a tough one for me because I live it.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not just, sure, it's more, again, and we said this last week, everything is more amplified during the holidays. And you told me the suicide rate is really bad. I don't know the statistics on that, but I'll take your word for it. I mean, because it seems, par for the course, because it's a heavy time of year.
Yep.
So I don't know.
Well, I can remember, like, in foster homes, the biggest thing for me was when the foster parents said, "Hey, need to find a place to go today. We want to spend time with our real family."
Oh, damn.
That was gut wrenching,
Who would say that?
But, pardon?
Who said that?
My foster parents.
Really?
Yeah, but fortunately, I had a hippie couple that took me up to Estes Park, Colorado, and I was a young hippie too, so we smoked a little wacky weed, listened to Madman Across the Water, and had the best time of my life. But that pain of being told we want to be with our real family,
right?
That was a gut wrencher.
Yeah, you're not.
And I was a small kid. I think I was 14.
I mean, that's but you, how old are you now?
69.
And it's still with you.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll never leave.
It'll never leave. That's my thing. It's like things are permanently embedded. The things that get etched into your brain from, infancy. I mean, literally. I mean, you forget a lot of stuff, but there's a few things you just don't.
Yep.
Wow.
All right. Well, I'll let you go. I just wanted to chime in a little bit. So
thank you. Sorry for the late start. It was not intentional, but the things went out of control here, and we managed to get everything up and going. I mean, I was fully ready to be right on time as always, but sometimes things don't work out as planned.
Yeah. Well, Merry Christmas and keep up the good work.
No. And again, thank you for taking the time on last week's show, and thank you for doing what you do. I mean, and just sharing this stuff, because people need to hear this, because everybody is just so they got their blinders on and they're in their own world and just think it's just them. It's not.
All right. Love you, brother.
I love you too. Happy holidays. Bye. If you can.
Likewise.
All right. Bye. Last week's guest, Pastor Ray Pollitt, Baltimore's own Pastor Ray Pollitt. Look at that. He took time out of his life just to call in and reiterate on everybody needs to love. It's real simple. Everybody needs to love. I think that's always been like the key in this whole environment, at least in this show, at least for me. Love. I'm so that is like I used to make fun of Ringo Starr, because like peace and love, but he's right. He's right. Peace and love. Maybe because he's got the English accent, maybe it just makes it funnier. But peace and love. Can't say it enough. There's so much crap going on. I don't need the aggravation. It's like, it's just that simple. It's like, just anyway. Speaking of California, because Pastor Ray was 818-259-7983. I'll take another few calls. I don't even know what time we started, what time we'll end. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. One of those nights, but I'll take it because we're here. We're here. I just saw another thing now. A few weeks ago, I was bitching about my governor here in California, Gavin Newsom. He's banning RV sales. I got to talk about this stuff. I just do. But in the meantime, if you want to call in, 818-259-7983 and talk about something more important, like life and love, and tell me a story about good or bad, what you're going through, how you're going through it, what you went through, what you're going, whatever, call me. In the meantime, so I was bitching about Gavin Newsom. He is banning RV sales with his CARB board, California Air Resources Board. His, he just elected his own buddies. They weren't even elected. He just brings his own friends in and says, hey, you're going to start this board. You're going to get paid all this money, and we're going to make all these stupid rules in California. I mean, stupid. And he's banning RV sales in California. It is such a huge industry here in California because of the weather. Just people want to have RVs, go camping, go traveling. They don't use them very much, maybe 5,000 miles a year average. But he's banning RV sales. I just saw that they're trying to push a bill right now, again, as if that's not enough. Now they want to try and ban classic cars in California. Classic cars, your 67 Chevys. I mean, the coolest cars in the world were in that period of time. The cars that you don't take out but once in a while to go for a run on a Sunday or something special. You don't drive them daily. And he wants to ban these cars. It's like, I've had it. I've had it with the stupidity. I've had it. I don't understand these people. I just really don't. Like I said, days are getting numbered. People are moving out. I mentioned a few weeks ago or last week, whatever, 1 million people a year are moving out of California. And it's so sad because it's such an amazing state. The weather, just the geography, everything. It's so awesome over here. But they're making it to where it's unbearable. This is going to be, let all this, do all the sanctuary stating you want to do and let them all live here and you can just support them all. Whatever. 818-259-7983 is the number. I want to hear how you're doing, what you're doing. Just because it's the holidays, I know it makes you feel worse. Does it make you feel worse? I want to know. We want to know. Share. No comments, hardly, huh? Let me see. All right, I'll pay. Here's what I'll do. Play a little something. I don't have much. Again, tonight I was going to just let the phones ring or try to let the phones ring. And I know I threw everybody for a loop when the show didn't start on time because of what happened, but it is what it is. But at the same time, I do have this one. I saw this video the other day and I just had to take it and go, I'm going to play it because you want to talk about scarring children for life. This is one of the videos that will definitely scar them for time out. San Francisco is now, let's see what we got here. San Francisco is now a sanctuary city to fight Trump. Yeah, no, the whole California. I saw them just today. Well, I had nothing to do, so I had the TV on while we were waiting to try to get this going. And San Diego's really bad. They're, because they're taking it all in and they're like, it's like, screw this. I don't understand these. I don't understand the mentality. I just wish I understood the mentality. These people are nuts. It's just that simple. Let's see what we got here. It's just nuts. What we got? Linear show. Oh, here we go. Next, Michael. I'm listening to your show and Dan Bongino at the same time. What does that sound like? I don't know what it sounds like, but I appreciate you at least listening to my show. I love Dan Bongino. I don't care what anybody says. The man's truth. But is that a mash? I mean, how do you put that together? And how the hell are you doing it? But thanks for paying attention. Thanks for paying attention. Anyway, so I was saying, I have this one video. If you want to scar your children for life, this is what you do. I don't recommend it, but this is kind of like the stuff that you do. Woo. If you want to really screw your kids up, I mean, for life. It will be, we were just talking about Dan Bongino. I'm about to pause him and listen later. Well, thank you. I don't know. All right, cool. I appreciate it. Why don't you tell him to listen to me too? I love Dan. Although I catch a lot of shit for saying it, I'll get the comments later from, I get all kinds of comments. And then Dan Bongino, he's a fearmonger. He's not a fearmonger. He's factual, period. Like me. But it depends, on you, what you think, believe. I'm just saying. So if you want, kids, you know how kids are. They're babies. They take in so much. They can't remember. You as adults, you do things like every Christmas, they can't remember everything. But believe me, they do remember certain things that they will never forget throughout their whole life. And here's something that if you do this to your friggin' kids, as funny as it is, they're probably never going to forget it. And they probably live the nightmare for the rest of their life. But check it out. The Grinch.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Mr. Grinch,
Scarred for life. The babies. They just screaming. Did you see the looks on their faces? I should play it again, but I'm not. Scarred for life. 818-259-7983. I'd like another call, please. Somebody tell me, how you're doing. You're struggling? Talk about it. 818-259-7983. For those that are watching, thank you. But please, share. I am fighting the fight. I got into the arena about talking about what's going on in our lives, and it has hurt me. It has definitely hurt me. I've gotten censored. I'm shadow banned. I'm banned. I'm put on strikes, the whole deal. And it sucks. But I won't stop. It's the holidays right now, and I'm not talking as much about it. We're living in some really historic times. There's some things that are going on, have been going on, and are about to go on that are going to be historic. And I'm proud of it. It sucks that we had to go through it, but I'm proud of it. Maybe this is like the greatest time of the 21st century for turning things around. Maybe. I'd like to think so. 818-259-7983 is the number. Somebody just tell me about how you're doing. It's real simple. Because when the phones are off, the show's over, then you get to watch the show. But I want you to share what's going on. Today Facebook was, I don't know what happened. Again, people were freaking out. Facebook was all messed up. And again, I don't get upset about it, but we get so reliant on smooth sailing that things were just awry. And I'm always, when things start happening like that, I start getting questionable about, like, all right, what's going on? Because I don't believe anything. I don't believe anything what you see on TV, on the news and all that. Especially, I'm going to change gears right here. The whole CEO killer for the United Healthcare. I'm sorry. It's too easy. They have too much information. They got it too quick. I don't know what's going on. But I'm not buying it. Not yet. Because I've learned to question everything because of the times we're living in. Nothing makes sense anymore. It's too easy. And if you look at the Kennedy, when Kennedy got assassinated and what's his face got, he got they pointed the finger at what's his face. Oh my God. Senior moment. I don't trust anybody. I just don't. It just doesn't. It's too easy. And I'm trying to get to the bottom of it because I was hearing this hearsay about that the CEO from United Healthcare was supposed to testify against Nancy Pelosi for insider trading. And I'm not hearing that much about it anymore. And I'm not going to say that's what was going on. But the news hasn't mentioned anything about it, which blows my mind. Oswald. Lee Harvey Oswald. They pinned it all on him for Kennedy's assassination. And you know good and damn well that that's going to come out finally coming up after 50-something years, almost 60 years, over 60 years later. We're going to find out what really happened. And you know what really happened. Inside job. And I'm willing to bet that Trump's assassination attempts and this, they don't make sense. They don't make sense. I never used to be like that, but I finally wised up. I just don't watch everything on TV and go, ooh, okay. Okay. Drones. 818-259-7983. Give me one more call before I leave. Yeah, we're about an hour right now. 818-259-7983 is the number if you're watching. And the drones, this whole thing about drones, all these supposedly called drones are hovering over New Jersey and all these places. You're going to tell me our United States of America knows this stuff is happening and can't explain what the hell it is? Are you kidding me? I was born early in the morning, 5:35 in the morning. It's on my birth certificate. But I wasn't born yesterday morning. It's like, are you freaking kidding me? The United States of America has shit hovering along the coasts and different places in the United States of these giant size supposed drones or whatever they are, tabletop size, car size, whatever they are. And the United States of America does not know what they are, but yet they say, well, they're no threat to us. We don't know. I call bullshit. With a capital B. And everybody, I'm relaxed about it. I don't even care because I know this is all, there's something going on, the alien invasions. Yeah, okay. I'm not saying there's not aliens, but I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. But it's just the bullshit. And people are still just like, feed me more. No big deal. No big deal. I can't wait till we finally, and I hope it happens this year, I really hope it happens this year. Finally, we strip away the fallacy, the bullshit, and get back down to reality. I really hope that that's going to happen. I pray to God that that's going to happen. We are going to get to some solid, here's the word, I've been saying it for years, and now everybody else is finally saying it, thank God, common sense. Common sense. We've lost all sense of common sense. Buying into the bullshit from the jab that they tried. Fauci, I pray that they're going to give me the freedom to talk about this, because that man needs to be taken care of. He did it before with the whole HIV thing too. But nobody knows this. You know what I mean? It's just, how are we supposed to know this? We're just living our lives. We need to talk more about this. 818-259-7983. One more call and then I'm going to go. But I'm not going to leave until we get one more call. I'm going to do the same thing, by the way, next week. I didn't talk about next week. Where's my stuff? Next week is December 18th. I'm going to do this again. Getting through the holidays. Wednesday, December 18th, getting through the holidays. I know there's people out there with some damn good stories. And I want you to call me and share with everybody. The good, the bad, the ugly, doesn't matter. Call me and talk about it. Getting through the holidays. I do this every year. Some years better than others. People are shy. I get it. I totally get it. But be there. Join me next week, December 18th, getting through the holidays. Call me. Share your stories. The good, the bad, the ugly, all of the above. It's all good. It's all good. My name is Peter G, and I approve this message. 818-259-7983. The drones. You're going to tell me that they don't know what the hell's going on. I mean, how can you not? Send up some friggin' helicopters, right? I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. We have every kind of machine. Fighter jets. But they just let them fly and everything's okay. And we don't know what it is, but you're going to tell me that they're not curious. We don't know what all this shit is up in the sky, but we're not curious. You know they know. You know they know. Sorry, I'm starting to get upset. You know they know. And they just, on the news, we don't know, but it's okay. Nothing serious. Nothing to see here, folks. There's so much crap going on in our world, in this world. The biggest thing is watching TV. I never would have thought it was going to go this way, but it is. It is. And then we have one senator now saying that it's Iranian. It's an Iranian ship off the coast of the east coast of, America, USA, launching these drones. If there was a ship from Iran that was off the coast, the east coast, they would know. We would know. And they probably do know if it is or if not true. Iran, they're not that strong. They're not that strong. They're a little itty bitty country with a lot of balls. I'll give them that much. They got a lot of balls, but we're gonna kick them in the balls. How's that? Again, tell them to calm the hell down. Oh, almost slipped out. 818-259-7983 is the phone number to call and tell me something. Tell me a story. Tell me something about what's going on in your life, what you endured, what you're going through. Just hard time. It's okay. I want you to share because I know there's a lot of people. I was going to say a gazillion. I just did. That are going through some hard times. I read it every single day. I do. And that's what, I can't comment. I don't comment on posts because there's too many. I just skate through things. I happen to come across a few things and I see it. But I don't comment on posts. I wait and I bring it here. I want you to bring it here. The holidays. It's tough. It is really tough. I'll give it 5 more minutes. 818-259-7983. My daughter. I have one child, for those of you who don't know. And she's going to be 19 in just 10 days. No matter how old she gets, when she's around me, my demeanor changes erratically. I go from this, like, I don't know, there's only one way I can put it. Okay, so buckle up. I go from this, like, screw this, screw you, we got shit to do, to, oh, hey, baby, how's my beautiful girl? And I just can't help it. She changes. She changed me as a man from the minute she came out many years ago. I'll never forget. And I'm very blessed. And I don't know why. I took a note because every time she walks in my door, everything just, like, my shoulders drop. Everything just drops. My tone changes. She levels me out because I'm telling you, there's a lot going on around here too. It's hard keeping things up. It's keeping things going. California. I was here because I have a child here to raise, and she's just about raised. But even when they're this old, even at 19 now, they're really raised. You know what I mean? To me, it's like I want to be there till I die. She could be 60. I still want to be there as much as possible. It's your child. Hopefully you love your child. Children. I only have one, and she really does a number on me. And on top of that, what makes it even harder to not love her is because she's just pretty level. I got so blessed. Like, she really doesn't give me very many, no trouble. What am I talking about? For the most part. Just part of growing up. But I was a problem. I'm telling you, I still apologize to my parents to this day, even though they're not around anymore. I apologize to my parents. I had my periods of time that I gave them trouble, growing pains, whatever you want to call it. I'm good now, but I put them through a good bit of hell. I did. But that's kind of the way it goes. Holidays, every day, it doesn't matter. 818-259-7983. Last chance before I turn the phones off. But I turned out all right, I think. But man, I had some bumps in the road. There's no doubt about that. Well, mine, so far, it's been not that many. And it's hard for when I do hit a bump in the road, I don't know how to handle it because we don't have that many. It gets easier the more you have, kind of like my divorce. Never been through a divorce. Tore me up. Should I go through a divorce again? Well, I have experience already, so I think I'd handle it a lot differently. Then again, I won't have a child involved. At least I don't think. That was the biggest issue. But holidays or every day, whatever. Now the holidays are coming out. She's born, during close to the holidays. She was supposed to be a Christmas baby, and she was born earlier. But right up on that. But I count my blessings. I do. There's times. I'm telling you, there's thin times. There's times when, like, things are better. But no matter who you are, take away or add a zero, the headaches are the same. All right, I'm turning the phones off. Last chance. 818-259-7983. Did we really just get 2 calls tonight? Again, I'm not going to complain because I didn't start on time. but we still showed up, God willing. Awesome. We made it, despite the problems. But 818-259-7983. One last call. Who's going to be the brave soul to give me one last phone call? I'll give it 60 seconds. And go. I can't believe Michael was telling me he's watching me. He says, have something to say. Oh, it's me. Where was it? I'm about to pause him and listen later. Wow, that was very cool, Michael. He was watching Dan Bungie. How the hell do you watch two things at the same time? You know, like one's on the TV, one's on your phone? I mean, or what's going on? But either way, cool. Please share. I got to fight this fight. I don't have the bucks of the big boys. I don't have it. Don't let this fool you. I mean, I'm going to start doing the show under a bridge. Maybe it'll work better. I'm telling you. I wish a lot of people that are on my Facebook pages and LinkedIn, if you're on my certain pages, I wish everybody a happy birthday when their birthday comes up. And there's a guy named Frank Kramer. He's a talk show host on KLOS 95.5 in Los Angeles. And he's been on the air for, God, since the 90s. I like him a lot. I really do. But he doesn't, I'll chime in on things on his like LinkedIn page or something like that. And, you know, again, when you're really big, you have people taking care of your media for you. Not everybody's like me and I got to do it all myself or this and that. But it was his birthday last week and he actually chimed back, and said, hey, how's your show going? And I said, it's going uphill, both ways, in the snow, barefoot. But I'm still going. Now, then I looked at it and I go, hey, man, I still wrote him. I said, I still really want you to come on my show, be a guest on my show. Let me know and I'll throw you my number. And after I wrote that and sent it, I started looking back on previous posts or DMs. I had already sent him my number. For years, I've been asking him the same damn thing because I like the guy a lot. I really do. He's got stories. Because I've watched his history. I used to listen to him religiously back in the 90s and early 2000s. They're big radio show hosts. Heidi and Frank show on KLOS on 95.9 in Los Angeles. And I like the guy a lot. And I know his history, kind of. I don't listen to him nearly as much anymore, but it was just weird. But I'm glad he chimed in. But the thing is, now I answered him back, and I probably won't hear from him again for another year or two. But I want to get these people on my show because I know that we would have some really great conversation. And it's all about that. It's about conversation. All right, you guys, that's it. And going once, 818-259-7983. Going twice, 818-259-7983. Going three times and gone. We're good. At this point, we're good. I'm sorry that I started late tonight. Again, it was beyond my control. Technical difficulties. When the broadband shifts or goes out, which is very rare, but it does happen, I'm at their mercy. But we made it. 45 minutes late, but we made it. I didn't want to carry it on till tomorrow. When we had those bad fires, I had to here in Southern California only a month ago, really. I didn't have any choice. We had no power, period. We had screw broadband. We didn't have lights. I had candles in my house for 3 days. The refrigerator was just getting to the point where the freezer, everything was starting to go. It was like, and when it kicked on, it was like, hey, man, we didn't lose food. Don't want to lose food. Anyway, but we're here. I want you to join me next week, December 18th, Open phones one more time before Christmas. Christmas is a Wednesday Christmas night. Peter G Show. I don't know what I'm going to do. Should I even come on? I want you to call me next week and tell me whether I should bother or not bother. Is anybody going to be home? I would think people are going to be home on Christmas night. But first things first, join me next week, Wednesday, December 18th. We're going to have open phones. I just need a few phone calls, 3-4 calls. That's it. Let's talk about getting through the holidays. I know it's rough. Tell me some good stuff, some enlightening stuff. Tell me some bad stuff. Share. The story you tell will be helping somebody down the line who's listening, even if it's not even live and they're listening to it 5 months later, and they're listening. You're doing good, okay? I love you. It's that simple. Good stuff. Everybody's gone through. For one person, getting out of this alive, there's 4 more coming in the door with issues and problems, thinking, oh, why me? Oh, why me? It's just the way it is, folks. It's just the way it is. And I'm a firm believer in that. I know it is. I've lived it. I'm living it right now. Like I said, this is nothing. We're all just human beings. Strip it all down. We're all the same. All the same. But anyway. I want to thank the people who did join in tonight and watched, and I want to thank everybody who's listening and watching in the future. Again, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I want to get that going further and further. I'm hoping by next year they'll start loosening up this ban on my wanting to be talking the truth, in my opinion. So let's see what she got going on here. I think you have a wonderful idea of hearing people's stories and getting life in the U.S. from its roots. Hope it takes off. Sure, we'll be listening if it does. Well, thank you. The only way I can keep doing this is if you share, and you're watching from Facebook, go to my YouTube Peter G Show page. Please hit the subscribe button and share. But thank you, Troy. I just caught that before I was getting ready to sign off, and I wanted to share. And thank you. Again, I did this. Let me tell you something. I was, that's Michael. Never mind. I was doing phone calls early when I first started out. The whole deal I wanted to do was nothing but phone calls. And then I got strayed away and I started having guests. Everything changes. I mean, it's like I just changed my mind. And now I want to get back to it. I've thought about it a lot. And I really want, because it really is. I love talking to people because I love people. I love having guests too. I do, because I feel like the guests that I bring on can benefit you in so many ways, whether it's health or tragedies or talking about certain topics, whatever. Great conversation. It's all about that. And most importantly, common sense. We're living in some funky ass times, and I'm here to tell about it and to talk about it. I'm not going to hold back, but I am getting shadow banned and throttled back and all that. So please subscribe, and share. Okay. Follow whatever it takes. I'm on all these platforms. Please do it. Multiples. I need all your help everywhere. They're all hurting me. They don't want me to talk. They don't want a lot of people to talk. I just happen to be caught in the mix. All right. It's that simple. But anyway, my name is Peter G. I want to thank you for watching Peter G, The Life of Peter G, The Peter G Show, The Life of Peter G. Every Wednesday, almost like clockwork, except for like tonight, but it's very rare. If you look at the law of averages, I show up on time 99.9% of the time. Everything goes as promised. 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. on the East Coast. God willing. I was late tonight, but we made it because of technical. I don't own the broadband companies. And we got funky weather out here. Fires, Malibu, prayers for the people. Okay. Not everybody's got it going on. And even people that are rich, no matter how much money you have, health, things that happen, natural things, it's like, it doesn't matter how much money you have. If shit's going to happen, right? I love you. Let's get through these holidays and love one another. Take a deep breath, no matter what you're going through. Please. Life is a bitch. You don't have to be an ass, but you don't have to take a lot of crap from people. That's a fact. Life is short. Make the best out of it as you can. I want to see you next week, and I hope to take a few phone calls next week as well. I really hope that by next year, once I get started up again next year, we will go to multi-phone lines again, and it'll just be you, me, and phone calls. I mean, people just sharing stuff for whatever the topic, and guests, all the above. We made it this far, folks. I'm not turning back. I'm not backing down, and as the infamous Tom Petty would say, I won't back down. It's that simple. My name is Peter G. Thank you for watching Life of Peter G, The Peter G Show. I love you. I do. I really do. Let's get through another week together. Hope to see you next week. Thanks for being part of this show. I love you guys. Peace out.
Peter G Show, Peter G Show, divorce dad, single dad, divorce dad, single dad, Peter G Show.